Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of my horror on DVD collection. Uh, Again, not picking in any order of favorites or anything, so get started here. The first one I want to show you is the Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead collection here. You know, this is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. It's not the original, and I loved the remake more than the original. I think it's a lot better. Excuse me. And it's just a fantastic movie. I mean, Zack Snyder really did a good job. I think he totally redid the whole, horror movie zombie movie franchise with it, and just he did a great job with this movie. It's one of my favorites. And unfortunately, it's packaged with Land of the Dead. And, I know a lot of people that love this movie, but I don't really like it that much. It's an okay movie. It's kind of stupid. I think the best part about it is John Leguizamo. Otherwise, it's just all right. I don't know. It's not the greatest movie, and George Romero has really slipped. I think he had his best films in like the '70s, and that was it. I mean, his first 3 zombie movies were the best, and after that, I mean, it just kind of went downhill. The cool thing about this is it's got all the special features for the movies, at least. And it's kind of, I think that's really cool. It's got all the good stuff from Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead, I really haven't seen much of the special features for, because like I said, I don't really like the movie. I got it for Dawn of the Dead, and it's in a cool little package. It's weird because it opens from the side here. My only complaint is I wish they would have put a Dawn of the Dead thing on the front instead of Land of the Dead, because I don't really care about Land of the Dead. But I guess that picture's alright. I mean, a Dawn of the Dead picture would have been a lot better, but I guess they had to do Land of the Dead for some reason. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's worth it for Dawn of the Dead. I don't even know if they still sell this version anymore. I haven't seen it at all in a long time. But, if you can get it, Dawn of the Dead is completely worth buying. Next on my list, actually, is it's a documentary. It's not really a horror movie. But it's The Ghost Adventures, the original documentary. And this is the documentary that got these guys their show. And I love their show. I mean, I watch it all the time. I've seen every episode, and I love the show. It's one of my favorites. I got this off Amazon, and it had a bonus movie inside called Ghosts Don't Exist. I haven't seen that movie yet. I don't know why it was even included. I don't know if it has anything to do with the guys from it or what, but I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about, aside from like a ghost, obviously, but I assume it's going to be terrible. I mean, it was packaged in with the movie as a freebie. I've gotten plenty of movies that were packaged in with other movies and they sucked, so it could be one of those things. I don't know. They're both on one disc also, so. But yeah, no, I mean, Ghost Adventures, I really love these guys. They have a great show. And this documentary is really good. It's got some really spooky moments in it. So, if you could get it off Amazon, it's the only place I found it. It's absolutely worth buying and owning. It's one of my favorites. I'm so glad I got it. Next is The Orphanage. This is a great movie. First of all, it's all in Spanish, so if you don't speak Spanish or don't like reading subtitles, I don't recommend getting it. I speak a little bit of Spanish, and I mean, I read the subtitles, obviously. I grew up in I'm Mexican, so I grew up in a Spanish-speaking household, but I could understand it without subtitles, so that was no problem for me. But it's a great movie. It's about a woman who grows up in this orphanage, and you can kind of see it on the back there. And she grows up there and leaves and comes back, and her son goes missing, and she blames it on the ghosts of the children who were there. And so she spends the entire movie looking for him. And it's a great movie. I mean, it's fantastic. I believe it's a Benicio or a Guillermo del Toro. Yep, it's Guillermo del Toro. And it's just a great movie. I showed this to my fiance, and she loved it. And I don't know, it's fantastic. One of my favorite movies of all time. I watched this on Netflix originally, and then I found it for $5 at Walmart, and I had to get it. It's great. Special features on there. There's a few of them. Yeah, not too many. I mean, it's not packed with special features. They got makeup effects and that kind of, kind of generic stuff. It's alright, special features. But the movie is what's important. The movie's great. That's what's worth watching. Alright. The next one I actually just got yesterday, and I got it from my friend Alex. Return of the Living Dead. Thank you, Alex. Love this movie. Awesome, awesome gift. One of the best zombie movies in my opinion. You know, this is the one where it started the whole brains thing because they wanted to eat brains to stop the pain. So a lot of people don't realize that. But it's got some good stuff. I mean, it's got some audio commentaries on here. Some good featurettes too, and zombie subtitles for the film. I haven't seen it with zombie subtitles, but I'm gonna pop that in and watch that. I think that's really cool. Yeah, great movie. Really, really good movie. It spawned some terrible, terrible sequels, but the original is still probably one of the best zombie movies ever made. Fantastic movie. Next up, I have Planet Terror. This is part of the Grindhouse features. This one was an alright movie. It wasn't something that I thought was fantastic. It's kind of goofy. It's a throwback to the 70s era of movie making, obviously, and it's alright. It's got a star-studded cast, but they really can't save it in my opinion. It's got a hell of a lot of special features, but I'm not really interested in any of them. I got this just because, I knew it was a zombie one, and I wanted to get that. And so I picked it up, and it was okay. I mean, I don't know. It's not fantastic. I'm not going to say I really like it. I saw it once. It was alright. The next one I have is a terrible movie. And I have a lot of terrible movies. And this is unfortunately a terrible movie. It's The Breed. I got this at Walmart for $5. Sometimes you can get really good movies at Walmart, and sometimes you can get movies like The Breed. And this is $5. And it was not worth it. They should give me $4.99 back. It's just so stupid. These kids get on an island. Not even kids. They're adults pretending to be teenagers, or young adults. They're in their 30s at least. They get on this island and there's a pack of wild dogs that slowly kills them all off, or some other stupid shit. It's just a stupid movie. It's got Michelle Rodriguez in it, and she's known for picking crappy movies. And I guess this is one of her first movies. This is another movie where it's so bad that they really have no special features, but they still have a listing of special features, and I'm just going to read this off for you. So to let you know, a special feature for The Breed, you have Spanish subtitles, English closed captioning. Closed captioning is now a special feature. Previews for only this movie, and 5.1 Dolby Digital Surround. So those are your special features. Oh, and also an on-set documentary, in which I'm sure the director acts like it's an amazing movie when it's not. But yeah, if your special feature, if you only have one special feature, and the rest you list comes standard on most every DVD, it's not really a special feature. It's just the standard stuff. And what's kind of funny about this is that, it's got right up on front, it's a Wes Craven production. Wes Craven's made a lot of shitty movies. He produces a lot of shitty movies. But, Michelle Rodriguez, she's a pretty famous actress, yet the director, who I've never even heard of, his name is in brighter lettering than hers. So he's really proud of this movie. And, it's not something to be proud of. It sucked. So don't be proud of this. It's a crappy movie, buddy. Next movie I have is My Name is Bruce. I love Bruce Campbell. Oh, man. He's such a great actor. So hilarious. And this movie is just great. He plays himself. And he's hired by a kid to go and fight monsters in his town. And Bruce Campbell thinks it's like an acting gig. So he's like, the whole time he thinks it's real. And all of a sudden he realizes he thinks it's fake. Then he realizes it's real. And he just takes off. And it's hilarious. He's playing himself. And he does a great job. And it's got a lot of good special features. And I'm not just talking like Spanish subtitles here. You got featurettes. You got full-length commentary with Bruce Campbell. So I love Bruce Campbell. I've heard almost every commentary he's done, and it's great. Another cool thing about this is that it came with a little My Name is Bruce comic book. So I think that's really neat. You know, and what's really cool about it is that I bought this at a video store. I bought this at Family Video for, I think it was $8. And I'm surprised it had the comic in there, because usually they just take that stuff out and throw it. So I got lucky with that they left it in there. And yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I love it. Love this movie. And to get it with that comic is even better. It's more of a plus. So maybe someday if I get to go to a horror convention and meet Bruce Campbell, I'll have him, sign the little comic there. So that'd be kind of neat to do. Which I just dropped on the floor, but there we go. Yeah. If I ever go to a horror convention, I'm gonna have Bruce Campbell sign this. I think that'd be really cool to get him to do. Alright. So the next movie I have is, well, let me preface this by saying I don't like American remakes of Japanese horror movies. You know, there are very few that make it good. There's a lot that are bad. Sarah Michelle Gellar is known for making these really bad Japanese horror movies. And she always just shits all over them. One that I actually like is The Ring. This is one that I actually think did a good job. I think it started the whole remake phenomenon. I'm not sure but I'm pretty sure it did. It's actually pretty good. I've seen the original, and the original is alright too, but the remake just did a much better job, I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just my opinion, but I think they did a really good job on this. And, I mean, it's really good. I remember watching this when I was working security one night. It was on VHS way, way back in the day, like 2002, I think. And, I popped it into the VHS player there and was watching it, and it scared the piss out of me. I mean, I was out in the middle of a field in a guard shack, just alone, watching this movie at like 1 in the morning, and in a completely dark room, except for the glow of the TV, and I mean, I was freaking out. It worked. I thought it was a great movie, and I've always liked that. I mean, it doesn't work so much now. I mean, you find a VHS tape, most people don't even own a VHS player, so it's not like you're gonna watch it and get corrupted by the little girl or something, because you can't, It's a fucking VHS tape now. I think my friend Alex has a VHS player. That's pretty much the only person I know that has one. It's got two special features. One of them is the trailer for the original Japanese movie, and another is some never-before-seen short film. I've never seen it. I don't even know what's on there. I can't recommend it or say it's good or not. I don't know. One thing I thought was kind of cool was the the menu for this was always kind of a neat thing. I mean, it had the little video going on in the back and stuff, so it's kind of a cool movie. But yeah, I dug it. The next one I have is what happens when cool movies get shitty sequels. It's The Ring 2. I don't know why they made a sequel to this movie. It didn't need it, but they made it anyway. Obviously to cash in on the movie and make more money. This one's just not as good. It tries to continue it, and it doesn't do a good job of it. And you know what stupid says? The version you couldn't see in theaters. Well, that's kind of bullshit, because I mean, the only way you can't see this in a fucking theater, it's rated X. So, sorry, but having a hard R movie, I've seen worse movies in the theater than this. Dawn of the Dead remake, full of gore and nudity and cursing and just bodies exploding, saw it in theater. This, full of crap. So, and it's a way for people to sell the unrated version. Unrated. Oh my goodness. And it's got a $19 sticker on here. I didn't pay for this. This is my fiance's. I hope she didn't pay $20 for this movie. It's not worth it. But, it's stupid. I don't know why they made this. It's got some special features, but who cares? It's a crappy movie. I don't care about the special features. That movie sucks. The next one I have is from my mom. It's actually a 4-pack. And it's the Midnight Horror Collection, Blood Predators. This has The Vampire Conspiracy, Fist of the Vampire. That sounds like a really odd movie. Fist of the Vampire? Curse of the Wolf, and then the best named movie I've ever heard, Bachelor Party in the Bungalow of the Damned. So, yeah. I haven't seen any of these yet. I assume that they're not good. Just because these movies, the Midnight Horror Collection is available all over the place at Walmart. I haven't seen this one at my local Walmart. I saw one I almost picked up the other day I saw, but I don't know. I haven't seen these yet. I assume they're probably decent horror flicks. Probably not the best either. Fist of the Vampire sounds incredibly messed up. I mean, that just sounds like a porn movie, doesn't it? Sounds like a Twilight porn movie. Or Jersey Shore vampire mix. I don't know. That sounds terrible. Bachelor Party in the Bungalow of the Damned, though, that sounds like what I'm going to watch first, because that's a great title. And I think, I don't know, they even got some, here's a little picture of it. Looks like some chick is disrobing or something. But, yeah. So I got this for my mom. Haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely going to check these out today. I'm going to go hang out with my friend Alex, watch something. I'm not sure if we're going to watch Hostel 2 or what, or not Hostel 2, Hatchet 2. Anyway, that's part 3 of my horror movie collection. I've got a few more on DVD left to film, and then I've got my Blu-ray horror collection that I'm going to show. And then after that, I'll start doing DVD updates and stuff. I've gotten a lot of new DVDs recently, and I really need to make a video updating my collection here. And so hopefully I'll get that pumped out soon. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.